Are we right with God just by keeping the Torah? Many have thought that, obviously Jewish people. I did think that when I was growing up, in my limited understanding of what the purpose of the Torah was. Keep the commandments and you'll be okay. However, that's not the case. So in Romans chapter 3, Rav Shaul, the Apostle Paul, wrote this, for no human on the basis of Torah observance will be set right in his sight, for through the Torah comes awareness of sin. So he talks a lot about sin in this, and this is something that I wasn't really made aware of as I was growing up, the level of sin. And of course, later years as a young adult, I had my share of sin in many different ways, whether it was immorality or use of drugs and so on and so on, all boiled down to a lot of selfishness and self-centeredness, which is the root of most sin. And Paul goes through a whole chapter here pretty much talking about how we can't be right with God just by keeping the Torah. And he ends the chapter with these words in verse 31, do we then nullify the Torah through faithfulness? May it never be. On the contrary, we uphold the Torah. So there are many that I've heard teach that, well, the Torah now is done away with now that we have Jesus. And that is not true. The role of the Torah, the purpose of the Torah was really to show us our sin and to show us our need for a Messiah, for a Savior, who is Yeshua. But at the same time, now that we do have salvation in him, that we do have righteousness, not of our own, but because of what he has done for us, we can now look at Torah, the feasts, the festivals, the Shabbat, and so on, and say, now we get to celebrate these things and celebrate the observances and so on that God gave to Israel. They're not a have to, they're a get to. And so we can look at the Torah as God's instructions to Israel on how to live a life of goodness and to honor him in that. And he also, through the prophets, said that in the new covenant, he would write his Torah on our hearts, and he will enable us by his Spirit to follow him and to obey him.